Hey guys, our most requested thing from our Instagram questions that we asked you guys what you wanted to see while we're all stuck in our homes, self-isolating, but still wanting to dance. The biggest thing you all ask for, turns. Of course, because they're hard. They're not easy, and anyone who says they're easy is lying. It takes so much work. There is so many things to think about when you're turning. Yes, it does become second nature as you get older, and the more you dance, the more hours you spend turning. But to begin with, when you're still struggling to get that double turn and get those flettes and a la seconde turns, there's so many things you need to be thinking about every single part of your body. That is literally every single part of your body is being used while you're turning. You really have to think about all those things until it does become second nature and you're able to just do it from muscle memory. But that takes years of practice, hours of practice, and seeing as we're all stuck at home and we're not getting a lot of exercise, let's learn how to turn together. First thing we're going to do is calf raises. So feet together first. We are going to be rising up onto the balls of those feet. Yeah, we are not wanting to lean back and forward. That's not doing anything for your muscles. Yeah, toes down the floor the whole time and you're just lifting up. That should use all the muscles up into your booty. So once you're done with this exercise that we're about to do, you should feel it all the way through your legs and up into your glute muscles. So we are going to do 8 calf raises with our feet together, 8 with our feet in first position, 8 in parallel, 8 in second position, 8 in parallel second. You can, once you get stronger, come back in. 8, 8, 8, 8. Then we're also going to do 8 standing on one foot, 8 standing on the other foot. Now when you do it on one foot, you may want to hold on to a wall or a bar or whatever while you're doing them. But the aim is to be able to do them in that pirouette position on their own. The next group of muscles we want to focus on to help with our turns is our core muscles. So we always need to exercise our core muscles. They're really important just in daily life to keep posture really good, also to help you not injure your back, which is, trust me, awful. So we're going to do a couple of things. The first thing we're going to do, which I really like, which I've actually stolen from one of our other beautiful teachers, Ben, when I took his class at this space, he had a really good plank exercise that I think is amazing to help with your turns. So you're going to do this in plank, but I'm going to show you standing up because you're moving your legs while you're holding a plank position, and I will demonstrate this in a second, but I'll demonstrate it standing up as well so you can see what your legs are supposed to be doing. So you'll be holding your plank position. You'll bring your first leg up to retire. Then you turn it out on 2 to the side, bring it back in the middle, and then you cross it over, point it out to the other side, bring it back in and to the center. And you repeat that 4 times on one side, and then you repeat it on the other side. Next exercise for our tummy muscles is good old-fashioned sit-ups. Always good, always works, can't go past it. So making sure when you're doing sit-ups that hands are on your ears, not holding the back of your neck because you'll straighten your neck. Yeah, back of your ears. You think about using your tummy muscles to get you up, not your shoulders, but you do want to lift shoulders off the floor. Yeah, I mean chest towards the roof. Make sure shoulders come fully off, and down, and up, and down. And do about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute of sit-ups. And all the way up and all the way back. You can also do sit-ups coming all the way up to seating and all the way back down. And all the way up. But I suggest doing just crunches first till you get a bit stronger. Another good one. So you do a minute of those, then lift your legs to the roof and lowering as far down as you can without lifting your back off the floor, and back up, and down, and back up. And I suggest doing 10, have a rest, do another 10, 2 more times, and then have a rest. Also, once you're done, stretch those tummy muscles out, reaching your arms and your feet away from each other. Just give them a good old stretch, should feel amazing. Now we can turn. Like I said, there's so much to think about when you're turning. We're going to do basic jazz turns today, and we'll do some follow-up videos for some harder ones a little bit later. So, first of all, preparation. Feet together, hands by sides. We're going to start turning on our left leg, which means our right leg lifts up. So we're going to point our right leg to the side, 1, 2, prepare 3, 4. This is your preparation. So if you look at my feet, they're like train tracks, or tram tracks, whatever you want to call them. You can see both my feet. Now I'm not crossing over and I'm not too wide. Both knees are bent and I'm up on the toe of this back foot because I'm going to push off that foot. I'm turning on my front foot. Opposite arm to leg is forward, the other arm's out to the side. Now, the best way to remember most jazz turns, we are turning that way. So the arm is out to the side, that arm is whipping us in, that is pushing us to go this way. So we're here. For now, we are just going to come up to our turn position and hold it. So here. So some teachers like palms towards your chest, some like palms down. It really depends. So make sure you check what your teacher prefers. Bent elbows. My foot is to my knee. Woo. And my legs nice and straight. Now obviously when you turn, you'll be on the ball of this foot. You'll come up, right on top. Yeah, so we are going 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our prep. Now from here, my weight is directly in between both legs. Yeah, and it stays in the middle. Yeah, when I come up. So make sure that when you're starting, your weight's not back here, your weight's not here, it's directly in the middle of both legs. From here, we're just going to practice coming up for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you try the other side. So exact same thing. So you point left foot out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Train tracks, my weight's in the middle, my tummy muscles are nice and tight. I'm going to come in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just practice that a few times. Just coming up and holding. The longer you can hold it, the longer you can turn. Before we actually turn, number one rule with turns, and every dance teacher will say this, is spotting. Now, what is spotting? Spotting is what your head does while you turn. So your head should pretty much stay in the same spot the whole time. So pick something directly in your eye line, so it needs to be at your eye height or even a little bit higher, never lower than eye level, because then you end up looking at the floor. Doesn't help. So pick something directly in front of your eyes, look at that. While you're turning, you keep looking at it, keeping your head straight. Don't do this. Yeah, keep your head fully straight, directly above your neck, directly over your spine, directly over your butt, directly over your foot. Everything's in one dead straight line. Once you can't physically turn your neck that far anymore, you whip your head around to that same spot again. Exact same spot. That does not mean whipping around to here and then finding it. It should be the first thing you see every single time. You should come back to the exact same spot every single time. So that's another exercise to practice, just hands on hips, looking at something on the wall and whipping around. Once you've done it waltz one way, you go back the other way. Yeah, so now while we're turning, we have to do that too. So we have to think about nice even preparation, pulling up through our leg, tummy muscles, but not our shoulders. Our shoulders stay down. While we turn, we've got a spot. There's a million things to think about, and that's why turning can be so hard for some people. So now we're going to try and turn. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4 is your preparation. Okay, my left arm is out to the side, so my left arm is going to pull me to the right, and I'm going to turn to the right, right, down. And we're going to do the right leg, but we're turning to the left. Yeah. See, it's confusing. So turn out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. My right arm's out to the side. It's going to pull me to my left. I'm going to turn to my left. So we're here and we're thinking about tummy muscles, pulling up our legs, shoulders down, and I'm going to spot. So you're going to turn and down. You need to master just holding this position and just doing a perfect single turn before you think about doing doubles. You need to nail those, and then you can start thinking about doubles. Now doubles, a lot of people think take a lot more force and a lot more energy. They actually don't. They only need a little bit more than a single. So think about when you're doing your double, you're just going to add a little bit more force in this arm. You need to really push the floor away with your toes so that you really stay up on that releve the whole time, because a lot of people will get their first turn all the way up here, and then their second turn, their heel comes down, yeah, or their bottom knee bends. Yeah, we want to keep that leg straight the entire time. So when we're doing our doubles, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm thinking about all those things again. Is my weight in the middle? Are my tummy muscles turned on? Have I picked my spot that I'm going to look at the entire time? I'm going to just add a tiny bit more force to do my double and controlled landings. And then we're two-legged, as I always say, two-legged dancers, we need to do our right leg. So then you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, same thing. Is my weight in the middle? Are my tummy muscles turned on? Are my shoulders down? Have I found my spot? And go. And my weight was too far back. Now for a drill. Now that we know all the information we need to know, we've exercised our muscles, we're ready to go, we're going to do a little drill for our turns. So what you're going to do is start feet together, hands by sides. You're going to do the preparation, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it up, 5, 6, 7, 8, down on 8, not before 8. Same thing on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it up, 5, 6, 7, down 8. Same thing one more time, and the other side. Then you're going to do the exact same thing, but with a single turn. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, single turn, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 times on each side, and then you're going to do the exact same thing, but doubles, 2 on each side, triples, 2 on each side, quadruples, whatever you're up to. Yeah? making sure, even with your singles, that when your single gets back to the front, you're holding it as long as possible before you come down. So don't just come down as soon as you hit the front. Yeah, you want to try and hold that releve till the very last second. Yeah, so I'm going to demonstrate some. I have a couple songs which I'll list, which I really like to do turns to, but just pick whatever, make sure it's got a nice even beat, and you've got something to spot. Let's do it.
Hey baby, what you doing tonight? I got something to make you feel